What's up everybody, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be showing you all how I went from braids to bundles. This is basically how I like to style my hair after I take my braids out. Now let's get into things. I've had my braids in for about a month. I typically like to leave them in until I start to see a lot of new growth, or if I see I have a ton of buildup, or if the braid is no longer attached to my scalp. That's when I'm like, okay, it's time to start taking these down. Since these braids are long, I'm going to cut them, so I'm just putting a rubber band where I think my hair ends. I usually go an inch down after the braids start to get really skinny. Fun little fact about me, I'm not super attached to my hair, so I'm just like clip it. At least my ends will be clipped. After I clipped my braids, for a hot second, I was like, ooh, this is kind of cute. But at the root, I'm like, no, these have to come down. I'm just over it, so I'm just going to start combing the rest of the braids out. Also, I am someone who likes to have their hair done, but I am just not a fan of the time it takes to get your hair done. So I timed myself taking my hair down because I was just curious to see, like, how long does this take me to actually take this down? I like to use the comb to take down my hair and comb it just enough until my fingers can get a grip on the braid and start detangling it myself. But I really like to use the comb at first because I like to detangle as I take down, so it's not as hectic when I get ready to wash it and condition it in the shower. As I mentioned earlier, the takedown part is such a process, but at least when I am listening to music or watching TV or even filming, it helps kind of distract me from how long this takes. But I'm very particular when it gets to the root of taking down the braid. I like to use the rat tail part, the very fine part of the comb, or my fingers to just gently, piece by piece, detangle my hair, especially if there's any edge control or other product buildup around the hair. Taking your time during this step makes such a big difference. There is less shedding and my hair doesn't feel like it's breaking off or damage, and it's a little bit more manageable. And this overall took about an hour and a half, and as you can see, my hair is light and fluffy. And now I'm going to hop in the shower and do the rest of my thing. I've really been into this shampoo lately. It is a moisturizing shampoo opposed to a clarifying one. It has a minty smell, and as you can see, my curls are popping instantly when using this in the shower, and I just love it. It's just super fresh, and I just love the way it makes my hair feels. My camera started to fog up, but I just had to show you all how defined my curls was starting to look without even putting any conditioner on. And yeah, I'm really impressed with this shampoo. Now that my hair is all clean and good to go, I'm just going to start by sectioning my hair into small sections. I'm going to split my hair into two, separate the top from the bottom, and I am going to start with the back and gradually go to the front of my head. And the parts don't have to be super straight or anything unless you plan on flipping your hair, but I know exactly how I'm going to style it, so I'm not worrying too much about how straight or neat the parts are. Now, I normally wear clip-ins, but a different kind. This is my first time trying out the curly clip-ins from Better Lengths, and I am just measuring the different sections of my head, going from smallest to largest, or just whatever fits whatever section of my hair that I am placing the clip-ins in. I've already pre-washed the hair, but I am just adding a little bit more moisture back to the hair by spritzing it with water, both my hair as well as the clip-ins, so that way it will blend a little bit more easily, and also adding in some conditioner so that way it continues to hold its moisture. I am using the Camille Rose leave-in conditioner. I love this conditioner because the amount of slip and moisture that it has on my hair, and I'm applying it to both my hair as well as the clip-ins. And you'll see later on, I am not being super particular about the placement of the clip-ins nor the part. I'm just making sure that both the hair is moisturized and conditioned, so that way I can twist it up and make it all blend seamlessly. Now I'm just 2-strand twisting both my hair and with the clip-ins, and I'm going to do it all the way to the end. Once I get to the end, I'm going to add a roller to the end so that way the hair will remain curly, because I do plan to sleep with this overnight. I'm going somewhere in the morning, so I just want to make sure that everything blends and is easy for me to take care of, so that way I don't have to do this entire process in the morning. Now that I'm getting closer to the top, you'll see that I am placing the clip-ins in my hair, kind of similar to the way that you would place it in if you were getting a sew-in. They are placed more on a curve, and I am leaving the sides out and a little bit of hair on top, so that way it'll cover everything and it won't be noticeable that I've added in hair. Something that I do recommend if you do plan on sleeping with this in is to make sure that you let your hair air dry a little bit or blow dry it a little bit, especially at the roots, so that way when you get ready to take the clip-ins out, your hair won't be as tangled or matted or anything because your hair is still wet. Now with my leave out, I am prepping my hair by sectioning it into 2 pieces. I'm going to flat twist it so that way my hair has the same texture as the clip-ins. Obviously my hair is a lot shorter than the clip-ins that I'm using. I believe the clip-ins that I have is about 18 inches, and my hair, including shrinkage, it is noticeably different from the clip-ins, but I do want to make sure that my hair has the same texture for the way I'm going to style it the next day. Alright, so it's the next day, my makeup is done. I'm going to take off my bonnet, remove these rollers, and just start to blend my hair, reposition any clip-ins if needed, and just make sure that this is a look. This is something that I like to do after I take my braids down. I like to throw in some clip-ins. That way I get a chance to give my hair a break after being in braids for so long. I like to rock my natural hair. And this is a go-to style because it's super quick. All I have to do is toss in some clip-ins. It says I comb my hair, but without spending all that time sitting in a salon waiting and waiting and waiting for my hair to be done. So yeah. As you can see, now my leave out has a little bit more texture, so that way as I start to twist it in the opposite direction, I'm going to start to thread in and pull in some of that clip-in hair, so that way it looks a little bit more seamless, it blends a little bit better, and it gives you that look that I have this naturally curly hair, and it just blends well with everything else. I'm also just putting a little bit of edge control along my perimeter as well as throughout the twist, so that way there are no flyaways, and like I said, I'm really just trying to blend, 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 blend. So this is the final look, and I think it turned out great. It looks natural, it has a little body, it has a little bounce, so I'm pleased. If you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. And I'm also on the journey to reach 1,000 subscribers this year, so be sure to subscribe to my channel so that way you don't miss an upload on my next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.